again, the discriminant is the portion of the quadratic formula that's under the radical. So it's b squared minus 4ac. And it's just that part. It's not the whole square root part. It's just this part right here. And the idea is if that part, once again, is equal to 0, then you have one solution. Okay, and it'll be a real solution. If it's b squared minus 4ac is greater than 0, you're going to have two real solutions. And if b squared minus 4ac is less than 0, it means you're going to have no real solutions, but you're going to have two complex solutions, okay, or imaginary numbers. Okay, so that's what it's asking for when you're kind of looking at the nature of the solutions. It'll be, is there one real and no imaginary? Are there two real and no imaginary? Or are there no real and two imaginary? Okay, but I want to show you how to calculate this on your TI-89. Okay, so the first thing is b squared minus 4ac. So one way that you can calculate this is you can just interpret what you have right here. So if we took our b squared, so our b value is the first degree terms coefficient, so negative 2 squared minus 4 times our a value is 1. You don't need to write that, but I'm going to enter it anyway. And our c value is also 1. Okay, so if I was looking at this problem right here, I get my discriminant to be 0, which means I'm going to have one real solution. Right? Now, in doing that, you may not always want to type those in individually for something that you have that you're going to be using, and you can see right here 3 times in this problem, but you're probably going to use it again. Your TI-89 has a location for something called a numeric solver. Okay? So if you hit this apps key, and also when you turn on your calculator, when you have the little icon view, you can find it there too. But if you go to the icon or the app called numeric solver and you hit enter, from this step right here, just start typing your new equation. Okay, so I have d for discriminant is equal to, and then take b squared minus 4 times a times c. Okay, and once I hit enter, notice it gives me the place to put each of my variables. Okay? So what I can do here is I can just enter what I have. So in this next example here, my a value is 1, so I'm going to go in, I'm going to type an a, or a 1 in for a. My b value is negative 8, so I'm going to type in a negative 8 there. And my c value is 7, I'm going to type a 7 there. Leave the value that you want to solve for, leave it empty. Right? And then notice one of your options up here in the tabs is F2 solve. So once you put if you put your cursor in that empty space, and then you hit F2 for solve, it's going to tell you what the corresponding d value is for that. So 36. So my discriminant is 36. Because it's a positive number, I'm going to have two real solutions. Right? And so by doing that, what it allows me to do is, going back now to this final question, what I can do is I'm going to go exit this again, is now when I access my numeric solver, so apps, and then hit find the numeric solver, even if that's not my last equation in here, if I hit F5, I can go through and I can find which one I want. Okay, so on this one here, I have this equation. So I hit enter, I can change my values. My d, I want to clear it because that's what I'm solving for. My a value is negative 3 now, so I can type in a negative 3. My b value is now negative 1, so I type in a negative 1. And my c value is negative 5. And once I finish entering those, I'll put my cursor on the d, leave it blank, and then hit F2 to solve. And it tells me negative 59. So that is the value of my discriminant. It's a negative number, so I'm going to have no reals to imaginary. Okay. So you can use the numeric solver in addition to for anything that you need a formula for.